When did you realize, oh crap, I'm the one being creepy? This happened when my son was just a year old, during a phase where he refused to sleep in his own crib. Most nights, my wife and I would bring him into bed with us so he wouldn't wake up crying. The problem was I snore a lot, and I sleep heavily. Our routine became that I'd eventually wake him up with my snoring, my wife would nudge me awake, and I'd relocate to the pull-out sofa in the living room. We kept that sofa made up as a bed, knowing I'd end up there most nights. So one night, the usual happens. I wake up to my son crying, and my wife gives me the familiar nudge to move to the sofa. Half asleep and barely aware, I shuffle out to the living room and flop onto the sofa, trying to settle in. My hand reaches out for something soft and warm, and in my dazed state, my brain doesn't register much. I instinctively give it a little squeeze, thinking it's my son's foot. Then, the foot jerks away. I lay there for another moment, assuming my wife must have left our son out here with me for some reason, but then, out of nowhere, it hits me. I'd completely forgotten we had guests staying over that night. My wife's friend and her 2-year-old daughter were in town, and they were the ones on the sofa. I was lying there next to them, squeezing her daughter's foot, totally oblivious. Panic washed over me as I realized what I'd done. I slowly snuck out of the living room, hoping they wouldn't notice. In the morning, I went straight to my wife's friend to apologize. She laughed it off, saying she'd heard my son crying and figured I was just tired and confused. Still, even years later, I feel embarrassed every time I think about how close I came to making the world's creepiest first impression.